everybody. Sorry for the light. Oh, here we go. I have this little doll that I got at a yard sale. It was a freebie, but I thought she was so cute. Anyways, this is MK's Artful Journey. Mary Kay here. And I went for a yard sale, so this is a stash haul thing that I found. I found this book. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Who Wants to Ride? Dick and Jane. A book for Sally. Get in the ball. No, no, Dick, said Father. Do not look down at the ball. You want it to go up here. Look up here, Dick. Fun. Want fun with Dick and Jane. So there's that we found. And that was $2. And this one I think was $2. And this is a flower. It's a gardening notebook. Now I have one of these already. And it says The Scented Bloom. I wonder if this was what was smelling. I don't know. When I got out of my car from somewhere and it smelled perfumey. No, I didn't have this book by then. But it has all the flowers that you plant and all the dates and the upkeep and way you want your garden. So really cool vegetables, care and upkeep, trees and shrubs, and reminders. Really cool book, I thought. And then I got this. I think this was a freebie because these were $4, and then this was I need to go back a little bit so you can see better. Yeah. And then this is like an old-timey, it has the one-room school and hard to find videos. The Peanuts Were Safe. Little Letter to Teacher, Grandma's Apron. Has like a lot of old-fashioned pictures in it, which is really good for journaling and stuff. Let's see here. The old portrait and Grandpa talked about things of long time ago when he was just a lad. Look at the kitty down there. It was so cute. And, and there's a bunch of crocuses that you could purchase. So this is dated September 2005. And then, let's see here. I got this coloring book because I always pick up coloring books for the kids at school. And it had lots of pages that haven't been colored. So I thought it was really cool. And, oh, this is one of my favorites. I think I'm gonna put the cactuses in here, but see, it's a zebra. And I could put a plant in there. So I'm gonna put the cactuses, because I have the little hens and chicks I can put in there. So that's what or it might be a bird bath, who knows. And then I found this for my fairy garden. It's a little beehive. I thought that was cute because I have these little bees in my fairy garden. And then I found these envelopes. They're roses. 48 envelopes. Be really good for putting in your journal, as a pocket, or making a. No, these don't smell either. I'm smelling them. So anyways, there's all those rows on the front. Well, they're just blank on the front. You would think they would have more than just that on there. That's crazy. But I might cut that out and those out. So And then we went to, oh wait, still with the same place. I got this bunny for my fairy garden and this bunny. So I got these two bunnies for my fairy garden. And I have another bunny that I was going to put in my fairy garden, but I chose not to because it was ceramic, and sometimes when ceramic is in the fairy garden, it kind of breaks up. So I'll put those up there. And then I got this, it's a wine tasting notes. So you put the date and the region, the brand of wine you're tasting, the grape that it was made by, the vintage, the price, the purchased at, and the aging notes, and then the tasting notes and your thoughts. I thought that would be a little cute little tuck into a pocket for somebody in their journal. And then I went to this place. Oh, that was at this place. It's called Our Community, Our Commitment, and it's called the School Leaf Foundation. And then their vision is to create a passionate network of support across Washington, where no one is left without access to basic needs, a second chance, or a pathway forward. And they make schoolie buses. You know, like they'll transform a bus into a house for people that are homeless. So, and then they have like a schoolie shower system, which is really nice. So, pretty cool. And I'm gonna donate my rubber stamps to them, but not this one, because I like these. I really like scarecrows, and this is a scarecrow witch. And so I got this little stamp. There's a place called Artco. It used to be a big art store, but now it's just a framing place, and then they have a shelf for people who want to swap their art supplies. So I thought that was cool. And then from there, I also got this paper, which is book paper. And it looks like it's handmade. So I got that. And then I got, let's see here. I probably could have left half of it there, but I didn't. I just took some. And then I found these envelopes. And what's nice about these is, well, they had more there, but I only took a few so that somebody else could have some. So this, that, and the stamp from the Artco place. So pretty cool. I'm excited. And then in my stash, I found this book. And I'm thinking I need to draw something, but I need to get a pen or a pencil. Oh, look. And fancy that I have a pencil here. I don't know what to draw. I would like to draw a bird. I wish I had. Let me see here. I wish I had the bird book so I could trace a bird. She doesn't have any birds in here. Only puppies. Well, then we can do flowers. Let's do flowers. Because we can do flowers. So just draw flowers. Alright, so that looks like a butterfly now. Almost, but it's going to be a flower. I'll just put this as a behind one. Or a leaf. There's a leaf there. Make it out a pointy leaf. Good thing for erasers, right? And there we go. We can put a leaf there. And then we'll put another there and one there. One there. Those are the behind ones. And one there. I don't know about this one. Needs to be thinner and smaller. go. And then we can just make a center. And a stem. There we go. And then you just do your little there, and then I'm going to see if I can do a butterfly. Let's do a butterfly. Sometimes when the kids are, you know, kind of crazy at school, I take them aside and I draw things for them. Sometimes they ask me, that's a huge butterfly, right? He's off, the flower's off in the distance. They're not really touching. And then you can make it look like it has an eye. There you go. And you can just build on these flowers, or these butterflies, any way you want. So, you gotta have your grass. And you need something else. There's a bird in the distance. And maybe some mountains in the distance with a little stove on it. And a fence, maybe a fence. The fence is in a distance too. I know my hand's shaking. And I haven't even had any coffee. So we're gonna do this a little further. This is gonna be a longer rail. And we're gonna we'll just distance it out here. I'm gonna make this a gate right here. There's the latch, and then and make little things. Remember, it's in the distance. The distance. The world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. Just define that a